Hey there, welcome to the Overcomers of Relapse podcast. I am D, your host. This is episode 6 of season 9 of my podcast. So welcome to all listeners out there. It is great to share this experience with you. I decided with the introduction of each episode of season 9, and you already know, to start off with that great meditation track. Hey my friends, what can I say? I really enjoy this track, and listeners from all over have expressed that they love it as well. It really does help to relieve all the tension and stress we deal with in our everyday busy lives. So come on my friends, sit back and enjoy. I will be right back with today's topic and discussion. So come on, put all today's troubles behind you and place all your problems and concerns on pause. Let's take a flight on Angel Wings. Enjoy. Wow, man, I don't know about you, but I sure do feel a lot better. So I hope that brings you that feeling of clarity that everything will work out okay. Now, let's get started. I just want to put this out there right from the beginning. This podcast is not only pertaining to relapse as far as drugs, alcohol, or any other addictions. My friends, we are open to all topics. However, our main topic is why do we have addictive behaviors and how can we overcome them? On episode 6 of season 9, I would like to use for a topic, who's the dummy? You heard me right. Who's the dummy? Now, this podcast topic came to my mind, my friends, when I watched an episode of one of my favorite, and I do mean favorite, old shows. And of course, it's The Twilight Zone. If you go to my website, visit my website, I always say it over and over again, visit the website. There's a lot of great things on there. But anyway, if you go to my website, you will also see a clipping of this episode that I'm going to talk about. Hey, let's take a quick look at the definition of the word dummy. One of the defined definitions of the word dummy is something designed to resemble and serve as a substitute for the real or usual thing, a counterfeit. Hey, my listening friends, this is, to be honest with you, what I considered myself under the influence of my addictions. A dummy. See, in the episode of this particular showing that I'm talking about, this episode, a gentleman is a brilliant ventriloquist, but he is also an alcoholic. Well, as the story continues, he becomes infatuated with the idea that the dummy is really real. So he decides to lock the dummy in a trunk and just take off to start a new act in a new city with a new prop, a new dummy. Well, as the story goes on, as he tries to escape in his mental state under the influence, he is here, the dummy he locked away, calling out to him. So what's going on here? He's here at the stage trying to walk away, run away. And as he's leaving, he hears the dummy voice calling out to him that is locked in the trunk, which makes him like completely flip out, insane. So out of panic, he rushes back to the room, intoxicated, of course, and he starts to destroy the dummy. But what he does not really realize that he is actually destroying the dummy that is in his hand that he was going to run off with, and not the one in the trunk. So when he comes to the realization that he is destroying the wrong dummy, he starts to have a conversation with the dummy that was in the trunk. So the ventriloquist asks the dummy, "How did you become real?" And the dummy replies, "Hey, my friend, you made me real." And as he continued on his way back on stage for the second act, of course, the dummy actually became the ventriloquist, and the ventriloquist became the dummy. Hey, my listening friends, I cannot express to tell you how often this happens to addicts. Now, hey, I can only speak for myself, and I must confess, it has happened to me. See, you can completely lose your identity to this disease. And hey, just like in the story, this disease, it will call out to you, which can cause you to relapse over, and over again, and just continuously make you the dummy. See, listeners, the reality of it is, and this is just my take on it, okay? This vicious disease comes to kill, steal, and destroy. I mean, kill, steal, and destroy your very soul. It will take away your talents, your gifts, your looks, and your intelligence. It wants to own you. I mean, you talk about a hostile takeover. This disease does not play. Hey, after it has stolen your true identity, the next step is to destroy you. Destroy all your great relationships, your self-respect, your dignity, even possibly your ability to love. And guess what? After that, my friends, it goes in for the kill. Death. Hey, my listening friends, I plead with you. I plead with you and myself. Do not let this demonic, toxic disease make a dummy out of you. Hey, you know what? I have a suggestion, and it seems to work for me. Whenever I personally hear the inner voice of that devil of a dummy calling out for me, this is what I start to do. I just start speaking out loud. No, dummy, I will not duplicate unnecessary mental madness, you. See, you get it? Dummy. D is for duplicate. U is for unnecessary. M is for mental. And M is for madness. And Y is for you. You, yourself. Hey, my friends, I know it sounds silly, but trust me, it really does work. And at least for me, I can only speak for me, my friends. I will rather take sounding silly any day over being a dummy. So, how about you? That's what I thought. Smart choice. Because my friends, to be honest with you, being a little silly sometimes doesn't hurt. But being a dummy all the time, hey, my friends, that can kill you. Choose wisely. Well, that's it for episode 6 of season 9. Please visit my website. Check out that clipping that I'm telling you about. And also, please check out the great music that is on there. And feel free to post on the blog. All contact information is on there also. And also, my friends, please come join us on my Facebook group called Overcomers of Relapse Lounge. We have a lot of great inspiring posts. And I mean some wonderful, great people to chat with. And please do not forget, send those questions for the Ask Me segment. Hey, I enjoy answering the questions, and it is always a pleasure to be of service. Hey, my friends, let me know your opinions and thoughts, and also if you would like to be a guest on the podcast. Thanks again for joining me, and I will talk to you all again very soon. Take care of yourselves out there. Bye-bye.
You don't know what this feels like.
Addiction.
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 You don't know what this feels like.
You set me free! I was always thinking, addicts are losers and thugs, not knowing the pain from being addicted to drugs. Most of us hate this shit with strong passion. It's the disease that causes the real destruction. Until you have walked in my shoes, walking through hell, you don't know. Forget what you heard. This is my brother's my story to tell. You just don't know.
You don't know what this feels like.
Addiction.
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 You don't know what this feels like.
Set me free!
Man, oh man, I've done it again. Relapse after relapse. Hey, brother, let me tell you something. This shit isn't no game. The crack, the heroin, the coke and the booze. My body, my spirit, my mind is so confused. The demons hunt me night and day. Until you feel this, forget what you say, cause you just don't know.